G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is an anti-armor light machine gun, following patch 7, I believe it was, which gave the heavy weapons of the high rate of fire, low damage per bullet variety a much needed buff. This thing has definitely become more viable. You can tell by the weapon card right away this thing has a huge improvement, and if you're not actually aware of the specific damage buff, they said like 10 to 20% with all weapons, but no, this is much higher than that. I think I have the original Furious light machine gun recorded doing 16 base damage unperked, which was rough for a 308 spitting monster. That's way too low damage. I even suggested making it fire 5 mils so you can actually get away with having that low rate of damage with the bullets that it fires. But yeah, now this thing is sitting at 42 damage, which I think we were doing 26 or 28 damage this thing fully perked. So yeah, that's totally blown it out of the water. So much for a 10 to 20% increase. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get some perks onto this and make it even better. So we're going to be using the standard loadout here. Bandolier, obviously, for bullet carrying. Lock and load for reload speed. Bullet shield for, you know, there's something that'll help us out there, I suppose. Not much else we can really put there. And we'll chuck on all of the heavy gunner perks, and of course we'll chuck on a rank of Bloody Mess for a little bit more damage. 15% is definitely a good needed thing. We've also got one gun army. Stabilized, we're going to be using this in power armor, and we've also got gunsmith. This thing was actually kind of durable before they did over the condition decay on these weapons, so you could probably get away with using like 2 gunsmith and 2 nerd rage, but I don't think we'll need that nerd rage damage to, you know, really boost this thing. So with all of those perks applied, we get ourselves 77 damage. Come on, let me show us the weapon card. There we go. Now I can play with the weapon in the preview transform. 77 damage, which is pretty damn good, and that's obviously before any of the adrenal reaction perks come in. And also, yes, anti-armor, more targets, damage output or damage resistance armor is going to be punched through. That is going to synergize very well with stabilized. So yeah, I think you get the idea. Let's just go and shoot people. Alright, I can't wait to chop cunts apart with this thing now that it's been buffed. Also, here are my buffs right there. All of my sweet mutations. Let's get started, shall we? And I've did up my field of view a little bit, so it might be... Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting to, you know, outdo the minigun with all of the nerd rage perks that I had last time, but fuck me, this thing is... Yeah, I feel like it's actually doing pretty good damage. The problem is it might be OP now. Bethesda might say, hang on, we went too far in a few places. They'll do the old George Lucas at the first showing of Phantom Menace. I may have gone too far in a few places. Oh, there's a little bitty turret. Can I blow it up? Please. Alright, we're done here. Let's go around the back and shoot some more people. Just to point out how much more efficient this weapon is now, I actually dropped all of those super mutants without actually swapping mags that entire time, which is insane. Sure, you still get better damage per bullet out of a hunting rifle, but honestly, hunting rifles are garbage unless you're using them for a stealth build, and obviously, the rate of fire makes it time to kill slow if you're detected, and makes engaging multiple targets a little bit of a chore unless you've got stealth to back you up. We done now? No, we're still in caution. Oh, it's just this bloody turret. Well, I'm glad we dealt with the most dangerous enemy there. Anyways, let's head inside and kill more super mutants. Man, do you know how exciting it is to actually get spawns in here after 3 or so tries of trying to get things spawned in here? I really hope it's not just him. Let's see. Okay, it is a full spawn. Okay, so we've lost our adrenaline. I had to server jump a few times to actually make sure super mutants are in here. I really don't like how they changed the respawn rates. That's really fucked me over. And a lot of people over here want a power level, so yeah, if you just want to go around shooting stuff and killing as much things as possible, you can't really do that anymore because, I don't know, I'm guessing Bethesda thought people were leveling up too fast and cutting down their playtimes. I guess they want you people to manage their inventories more. They're going to drop the carry or the stash capacity back to 400 so we can spend more time looking at menus and less time actually shooting things. Okay, that is cynical, but honestly, please change back the respawn rates. It was really fun just rocking up to this place, shooting it out, like getting rid of everyone in less than 5 minutes and moving on and just watching the levels pile in, especially when we had 2 shot explosives, although, speaking of two-shot explosives. This thing with a two-shot explosive legendary effect is kind of like what it was pre-patch, which was, it's pretty fucking devastating, actually. I might revisit it. Might. Also, I'll pinch that missile launcher for the hopes of, getting some parts for it, but I think we're pretty much done with the main control room section. We'll move on to this particular room after, and then we'll follow it up with the terminal locked room, and we should be done. So, as you can tell, this thing is absolutely ripping the sentry bots. No, they're not sentry bots. They're super mutants. They both start with S though, so I was like sort of halfway there. And yep, just absolutely annihilates everyone. It's still going to be a big old drain on your 308 bullets, but it's so much less 308 bullets you're going to have to spew out of this thing to actually get kills anymore. And if you've got like a really good connection, you can probably like stop shooting, like release the trigger before I do in these clips. That's 126 damage with the nice sliding. 126 damage with the that's the adrenaline perk doing its thing there. And just to give you a little bit of a contrast on what that damage means, with the hardened receiver, all full on rifleman perks, with the hunting rifle you get 160 damage. So we're honestly not far off it. So yeah. This thing is actually really fucking strong now, and I'm guessing since I'm able to punch through so much armor thanks to the stabilize and also anti-armor legendary effect, we are absolutely mincing these super mutants really, really easily. This thing is definitely one of the more deadly heavy guns that I've used. Definitely a much needed patch for just buffing the damage on these things and making them not a waste of time. So whoever designed and put together this MG3 to use in Fallout 4 can now rest easy, knowing the fact that their gun isn't a terrible piece of shit 308 spitting useless weapon of mass nothing anymore. So yeah, pretty good. Let's move on to some fucking zombie dudes. Alrighty, let's see if we can get some ghouls to spawn. That guy was outside, but that might be a good sign that we might actually get some ghouls spawning in here. Yep. I'm just going to go on a quick tour of the premises, wake all of the ghouls up so we can get them in a nice little choke point situation so I can hose them down just outside here. We'll top up our magazines, and now we wait. Now what sets this apart from the minigun, other than it's like actual bullet supplies or any other Gatling gun, meaning like rotating barrel type thing, is that you can actually microburst this kind of easily. It's like a bullet hose on demand. I was going on about this with my Furious review of this thing, but yeah, this thing it's definitely good for that. You can actually have a little bit more control over what ammo you fire from this thing by virtue of, you know, just having that almost bullets instantly as you pull the trigger and firing as much as you want to. Yes, a good thing about this weapon is actually its ability of not overheating. I guess they really got air cooling machine guns nailed down before the bombs dropped, because this thing doesn't even change barrel colors. You'd think you'd have to replace the barrel after a couple hundred bullets. At least that's what they had to do back in the days of the Second World War, right? With that big old MG42s, they have to have like barrels on standby. I think the weapon is actually designed to eject the barrels nice and quickly so you can chuck a new one in so it gets to firing again, because Lord knows there's a whole bunch of Russians running at you. You don't want to stop firing for any reason. They get on top of you real quick, those damn commies. Right, who's left then? A couple more dudes over here. Do we have another player here? God damn it, Wezza. Well, if that's going to respawn all the ghouls, which it won't, because that's it. Yeah, it might be interesting. You know what? We might as well help this dude out, and if we can just get in front of him... Oh, he's just killing a deer. Well, good for you, son. Alright, who's left? Oh, wait, I know who's left. Of course it's you, mate. Still not done. For once, the bar wasn't lying to me. We're still endangered somehow, which I believe... Yep, just this bloke. Okay, the detection bar wasn't lying to me today. And yep, in crowd control situation, surprise, surprise, the new and improved light machine gun does very, very well indeed, especially against squishy, ghouly dudes. So we'll move on to a big swan man, and then we'll go fight crabbies, and you know what we do here. Okay, let's just sneak attack crit our way through this and see how fast we can drop him. So now that we've got the health bar on screen, if it's not popping up, I'll just VAT him so we can actually see it. Well, the recoil did get a little bit away from me like halfway through that, but I managed to reel it back and damn. I didn't even see how many bullets. Oh, it's a radium rifle. I wish I could get that on my stealth commando character because she actually needs the parts for it. Okay, also that's with some adrenal reaction too, so we're hitting 110 damage with probably just one rank of adrenaline there. We'll keep our health as is. If we almost die, we've always got Born Survivor, so we'll take this extra damage and use it on the crabs. Okay, let's see what we can do against these guys. I'm going to use this in third person, even though the camera is a little bit too close. Okay, that's better. Or when you zoom in, you get a hell of a lot of a zoom in. Just give him the old micro burst like we're playing Battlefield 3 with the ASVL. He is dead. You know what? There's really no point of sneaking with this anyway. It kind of defeats the purpose of a big, terrifying machine gun. It's a weapon of terror. Although these are well-trained crabby dudes because they ain't running away. These aren't regular crab dudes. These are battle-hardened crabs. Alright, where's old mate Queen? And just a quick check on our adrenaline. 50%. Hang on, I hear another one. No, I don't. That's just my surround sound doing bad and mincing that queen there. Obviously not getting those sneak attack criticals. Sometimes hitting her on the shell, but luckily we've got perks like what's it called? One gun army to stop her in her tracks. 60% damage. 143. Getting closer to that 160 mark that you'd get from the hunting rifle, isn't it? All right, good stuff. We'll move on. Did you know that the traveling merchant Deathclaw bug still exists? Oi, I was not ready for that, not like it'll matter. You just watch this. Also, there was some things shooting at the bat, so I'm gonna kick their asses first, because I want a little bit of adrenaline just so I can mag dump on the bat when he finally lands. There we go. Now we'll just target his wing a little bit, or attempt to. These sights really aren't doing us much help, I suppose, but a little bit of hip fire, I suppose, just to get him lured back over here. That would be nice. I figured out of a way to make all the Scorch people cool, like make them skeletons, like crystal-looking skeleton dudes. How cool would that be? It'd be like Skyrim, but you could make the skeletons actually dangerous. Get your ass on the ground right now. Or you could sit there, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna kick your ass. You don't even need to come on the ground. You can just die. Like that. Ow. What did you hit me with there? Was that just a basic spear? That would not make that sound if it hit power armor, unless you, like, had the strength of 1,000 Dwayne The Rock Johnsons, but I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna find a level 80 Scorch Beast, so I'm sick of this level 65 trash. Okay, so unfortunately it spawned another level 65 Scorch Beast on me, but that's okay, it's got a friend over there. We'll go double or nothing, that'll make this a little bit more interesting. I want to get you to land. Oh, perfect. I'll quickly reload this thing, and then I'll hold down the trigger whilst pointing this thing at your face. Well, I fell down here, so I couldn't point at your face, but you get the idea. Now, where's the other one? It'd be really cool if they added some AA sights to this, because I'm pretty sure they use MG3s or MG42s. They did use those as anti-aircraft guns. They'd make perfect ones with all the fucking lead they spit out. Out of my face. Get down here, young man. Right now. You know what? I don't have to. I'm just going to shoot you with epic hip-fire accuracy. Look at that. That's so good. Too bad you can't blind me anymore. I don't have to use this thing in VATS anymore, but if you're wondering, that's what it's like. Just a waste of fusion core power. So honestly, actually aim with this thing yourself. Oh, is this level 80? Hell yeah! I got more than I bargained for, but I'm still happy anyway. And that is how you do it with an anti-armor light machine gun. See, the buzzsaw, she's got a bit of bite about her now. She doesn't mess around. No use reviving your dead bat friends, mate. They're long gone. And with that, I think we're pretty much done. Well, the game says we're in danger, but there's nothing immediately running up to punch me in the face. I got a double drop here with plans. Too bad I know them both, but there you have it. That was the anti-armor light machine gun. Taking a look at this thing, look at how much condition that I didn't go through. This thing is ready to fire another couple of thousand rounds before it crashes. So, you know, chucking this thing, you know, an explosive one with Demolitions Expert, now that'll set you up pretty well. This thing will still last long even without Gunsmith, but yep. So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, and like, I mean the weapon that I'm holding in my hands right now, I suggest contacting me on the Discord, because this one I'm giving away. Let me know if you want it. Thank you for watching, guys. Also, no one's claimed the Executioner's lever action rifle either, so again, talk to me on Discord. I won't reply to YouTube comments. A lot easier to contact me through the Discord service. So yeah, if you're looking for that still, let me know.